It's a great day, Math Avengers! You know, we've had 2 quiet training sessions in a row. What do you think those Mathters of Antimather are up to?
I'm afraid that it probably means that they're taking extra time to plot something really terrible.
It's no use worrying about it now. We're all on alert, so we'll be ready when they attack.
I've raised another shield around Math Avengers Headquarters. This one will stop evil spells as well.
In the meantime, why don't we have the math heroes identify fractions of a set of objects? Then they'll be ready for some fraction problems.
Right you are, fabulous fraction! All right, math heroes, you will once again need to get your training equipment. That is, your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker. Off you go and get them. We've been talking about how important it is to stay healthy while you're training. When we talked about data, we were talking about vegetables. But today, I'm going to talk to you about some fruit. So, I went to the supermarket and I wanted to buy some bananas, but all of the bunches were really big. In the end, I took one bunch and just took a quarter of them. All right, when I took a quarter of that bunch of bananas, I ended up with 2 bananas. My question to you is, how big was the bunch of bananas before I took the 2 bananas? What do you think? Okay. I'm hearing some really good thoughts out there. Well, how are we going to figure out how big the bunch of bananas was? Well, we know that a quarter is 4 equal pieces. So, I'm going to draw in yellow because bananas are yellow. If I took 1 banana, 2 bananas, there we are. I took a quarter of them. How many bananas were there in the whole bunch? We know that even when we're finding fractions of objects, each part must be the same. If we're finding fractions of numbers, each one must be the same. So if I put 2 bananas here, I need to put 2 bananas here, and 2 bananas here, and 2 bananas there. So, I put 1 banana, 2 bananas. I know they don't really look like bananas, they look more like moons, but we'll just pretend they're bananas. Alright, here maybe I'll put top bit on them. Okay, and give them some lines. Maybe they'll look more banana-y. Do they look more banana-y? All right, and I'll put another 2 bananas here. And another 2 bananas here. Okay, so again, let me try and make them look a bit more like bananas. Do they look more like bananas? Oh well, doesn't matter. So I took 2 bananas from the whole bunch. How many bananas were in the whole bunch before I took the 2? That's right. There were 8 bananas. A quarter of 8 is 2. A quarter of 8 is 2. There we go. Now we also know that fractions and dividing have a lot in common. So we can also say that 8 divided by 4 is 2. So another way of working this out would have been, I took 2 bananas. We know that the 2 bananas were a quarter of a bunch, and we know that the bottom number in a quarter is 4. And we know that 4 2s, 2 are 8. Okay? So remember, fractions have a lot to do with multiplying and dividing. You can use what you know about multiplying and dividing to help you work out fractions of objects, fractions of numbers, and fractions of shapes. Okay? Let's try another one. Okay. Now, I am going to draw a different fruit. Can you guess what it is? That's right. I am going to draw some oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, I have drawn 12 oranges. There we are. I know they don't look tremendously orangey, but there are 12 oranges. So, I am going to circle 4 of these oranges. So, what fraction of oranges have I circled? Okay? So, we're trying to find out what fraction of 12 is 4. How can you figure this out? Draw those 12 oranges on your whiteboard. They don't have to be orange. You can draw them in another color. That's fine. Draw 12 oranges on your whiteboard. Circle 4 of them and try and work out what fraction of oranges have been circled. Is it half of the oranges? Is it a quarter of the oranges? Is it a third of the oranges? See if you can work out what fraction of the oranges it is. Did you figure it out? What 1/3 of 12 oranges could be? Well, let's see if we could work it out together. There's lots of different ways you can work this out. You've put 4 oranges in this group. Now we know that in fractions, each group has to have the same number. So we can circle 4 more oranges, and then 4 more oranges. And we can see that we have made 3 groups. So, what fraction of 12 is 4? Well, 1 out of 3, or 1/3. 1/3 of the oranges have been circled. You could also have used your division to help you work this out. You could have worked out that 12 divided by 4 is 3, so the answer has to be 1/3. All right? That was pretty good. Let's try another one.
Mathters of Antimather, have you managed to locate the Math Avengers Headquarters yet?
Not yet, but I feel that we are getting close. It must be somewhere that the math heroes can assemble.
I agree. Somewhere that the teaching and learning of math can easily happen.
Yes, somewhere that has supplies like whiteboards and cubes, weighing scales and rulers.
I have it! Math Avengers Headquarters must be in one of the schools. But which one?
Are you ready for some more fruity fractions? Okay, now on your whiteboard, draw 12 blueberries. I love blueberries. Blueberries are one of my favorite fruits. I like all kinds of berries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, they're not very tidy, these blueberries, but they don't have to be. All right, have you drawn 12 blueberries on your whiteboard? You did? Good. Now, circle 3 blueberries. 3 blueberries. All right. Now, what fraction of blueberries have we circled? So we are trying to figure out what fraction of 12 is 3. You can work it out by circling groups of 3 and seeing how many groups you end up with. You can work it out by doing a division to see what you come up with there. All right, you've got different ways of working this out. What fraction of 12 is 3. Okay, I see some people drew more circles to create more groups, and some people used a division. Let's do it both ways. All right, let's start with dividing the blueberries that we have into groups of 3. So we already have one group of 3. Now I have another one, and another one, and another one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 3. So one of those groups, 3 blueberries, is 1/4 of 12. Now, if you worked it out with a division, you would have seen that we have 12 blueberries and we have one group of 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the answer must be 1/4. Very good. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. Which fruit should we draw next? I know! Grapes! I love a big bunch of purple grapes. Draw 20 grapes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. I want you to circle 1/4 of these grapes. I want you to circle 1/4 of 20 grapes. Remember, when you circle them, you need to make sure that if you divided them into 4 equal groups, each group will have the same number of grapes. You can do it that way, or you can use a division. So work out 1/4 of 20 and circle that many grapes. Have you worked it out yet? Well, I think the best way of working this one out is through division. 1/4 of 20 we can write as 20 divided by 4. So 20 divided by 4. To work that out, we count in 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So the answer is 5. So you should have circled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grapes. Okay? And a good way of checking it to make sure you have the right answer is to circle groups of 5 and make sure that you have 4 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. So each of these groups has 5 grapes in it, and there are 4 equal groups. So we are correct. 1/4 of 20 is in fact 5. Well done. Are you ready for the next one? Okay. This time, I want you to draw 15 kiwis on your whiteboard. 15. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 kiwis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 kiwis. Okay. I know they don't really look like kiwis, but that doesn't matter. Now, this time I want you to find and circle 1/3 of this group. 1/3 of the kiwis. So you need to figure out how many kiwis to circle to show 1/3. So you are trying to figure out 1/3 of 15. Now remember, you can do it by dividing these kiwis into 3 equal groups, or you can do it through a division. Whichever way you think will work the best for you. Okay, most of you are done, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can work out this. 1/3 of 15. Now, I think the best way of working this out is again through a division. So if we work out 15 divided by 3, we will come up with our answer. And remember, we work out this division by counting in 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Look at that! The answer is 5 again. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So, 1/3 of 15 is 5. So you should have circled 1, 2, 3, 4, can check what we've done by dividing the rest of them into equal groups and making sure that we have 3 equal groups. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is another group, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these groups has 5, and there are 3 groups. So we are indeed correct. Well done. Great training day, math heroes! Now, to complete your training in fruity fractions, do page 48 in Activity Book 2C. Now, the very last exercise at the bottom of the page can be challenging. You have to draw fruit in a fruit bowl. Now, they're asking you to figure out how many apples are in the fruit bowl. My advice to you, to maybe help you work this out, is to draw the other fruit that they list first, and then use that number to help you work out how many apples there are. Okay? I know it'll be challenging, but I'm sure you can do it. Goodness. You know, we've had 3 quiet training days in a row. I know it's too good to last, but it sure is nice right now.
I have heard talk of the Math Avengers sighted in the valley.
Jesus, my henchmen spotted them in the countryside, but they could not see what they were in.
They are not in any town or city. None of the schools there show any sign of them.
So, Math Avengers Headquarters is located in a school in a valley in the countryside.
My friends, we have them. My minions report seeing Captain Math, Super Measure, and Mistress Multiplication enter San Andreas School.
We will visit